You are listening to 4Geeks podcast. We talk about business, technology, and provide advice on how entrepreneurs can grow their companies. Hope you enjoyed this conversation.
Hi to everyone and welcome to another episode of the 4Geeks podcast. Allan is with me today as usual. Allan, how are you?
Hey Sergio. Hey guys. I'm very well and thanks for joining a new episode of the 4Geeks podcast.
So Allan, as always, we want to mention that there's a lot of resources out there at the 4Geeks website. Mm-hmm. There are webinars, there are blogs that you can go ahead and check them out because we talk about this topic and other ones, right?
Yeah, that's right. The team is making, Sergio. The team is making a huge work in the knowledge area. You know, we are sharing some acknowledgement in the blog posts and the webinars and the podcast, by the way. And you can check that in 4geeks.io/webinars or 4geeks.io/blog. Every week you can check new posts of new highly valued content for your business and for your company or for your startup. So Sergio, let's start.
Okay, yeah, that's the topic that we are talking today is GitLab and Google Cloud, mm-hmm. and that's why all the, at least at the office, it was a topic we had to talk about the GitHub selling to Microsoft, right, for mm-hmm. the $7.5 billion of dollars.
GitHub.
GitHub. Yeah, that's we talked a lot of in the office about that selling, and it was a top topic mm-hmm. under the techie environment, and that's why we want to put the GitLab benefits under the table to get a match and to get noticed that there are a lot of or another options more than GitHub, right?
Yeah, that's right. If you guys are looking at a new option to maybe migrate your projects from,
because you had Microsoft,
yeah, or whatever reason, migrating your project from GitHub to GitLab, this episode is for you.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So. And maybe you're asking why we are going to talk about GitLab with Google. They are not the same company. Yep. They are not nothing else but different companies. But the thing is that GitLab is working side by side with Google mm-hmm. and helping us to create all the DevOps environment automated with no extra tools and no extra pain, by adding our DevOps culture in our product. So basically, for the ones that doesn't know about Google Cloud, Allan, maybe you can go ahead and tell us what Google Cloud Platform is at first step.
Yeah, sure. By the way, Sergio, we shared some information about the DevOps on the first episode and the podcast, and and a webinar also we shared some information and a blog. You can check that. Well, I have said a lot of times I love Google. I love your products. I love your services, and Google Cloud Platform is a set of services for geeks, for CTOs. For example, Pokemon Go. Okay, the app, the mobile app Pokemon Go is running 100% in Google Cloud Platform. So what that means? That means all the servers, all the databases, all the load balancing, and all the infrastructure is running on the security side. and the Google Cloud Platform. So that's Google Cloud Platform. It's a set of services when we can set up. So the thing here is that we pay as we use. So it's a very huge positive goal that some companies are thinking or are facing on Google.
Yeah, and basically this is where we connect with GitLab.
Exactly.
So you have your services running on Google Cloud, but how do you put your code there?
Yeah.
How do you manage
that?
The servers, and how do you see your product running on Google? So there's a lot of ways to do it. One or more than one manual. Mm-hmm. That's not the goal, right? And other one that can be automated, mm-hmm. and that's where GitLab enters. So again, for the ones that doesn't know who is or what is GitLab, so can you explain us with GitLab is?
Well, first, GitLab, maybe you know about GitHub, or maybe you know about Bitbucket from Atlassian. GitLab is another competitor, so mm-hmm. you can, GitLab is like a bucket when you can store and manage your code. All your code for your mobile apps and for your web apps can be uploaded to GitLab. The thing here is that when you have a team, a middle team or a huge team, the control version that GitLab help us to administrate the coding health and the code versions. That's the main reason was GitLab was great.
Yeah, and also the reason that we are talking is because the integration of DevOps.
Exactly.
As you may notice in the past podcast, we love to do DevOps. We argue the teams to use DevOps culture, mm-hmm. and I think GitLab is doing a great job with that. Mm-hmm. And actually, they have a lot of webinars, they have a lot of resources too, to help us on creating or to implementing DevOps into our product with no pain, with no more tools, with no more expenses. There's a win situation there. So, sorry?
Guys, this episode is just for startups or for companies that want to grow and or that wants to scale and sell more and more.
Yeah.
If you think that you are okay with your 1 or 2 users, maybe you can keep with DigitalOcean, for example, or whatever provider. But if you want to scale or you want to grow and engage more users, maybe you need to insert new DevOps tools for your team.
Yeah, that's perfect. And GitLab provides some enterprise edition in order if you want to have your own setup or your own GitLab running at your company. Maybe your company handles different projects, different internal and external projects, and maybe you want to store them in your own GitLab instance. So with Google, it's like a click and next, and you will have your GitLab instance up and running for you. Mm-hmm. The pricing is like $55 in average. Mm-hmm. So that's a good deal if you want to handle your own GitLab instance. So that's pretty amazing for enterprise.
But you need to pay to use the DevOps integrations with Google?
No. You will have to pay for your instance for your GitLab. You can customize your GitLab instance. So you won't go to gitlab.com. You will go to my company, my amazingcompany.com, and it will it will show you a GitLab instance with your logo and your colors and whatever. And you can use the DevOps options there. It contains everything.
So, but the free versions for the default users, the users can use the DevOps functions?
Yeah, too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning this because I think this is a different curator, different differentiator from competition that the GitLab is providing enterprise business or edition. And something you said about the DevOps options. So there are some that can help us to achieve this DevOps ideal world without having a lot of tools out there. And they provide the auto building feature that it's basically create the Docker image based on a branch or based on a branch or a tag or whatever you want to use based automatically. So they will create the Docker image that you can share with your team, for example, or the Docker image that we will put in production, for example, a Docker image that is built based on master branch. So this image will go directly to production. So when, let's imagine this, your team will go and create a pull request pointing to master. We will do another DevOps automation task that I will mention later. And when all those tasks are approved, GitLab automatically will create the container. We will build the code on master when it's approved, and automatically we will deploy it.
So all the headaches making deployments and making
GitLab
testing
is
and
doing,
making all the stuff is doing by
GitLab.
GitLab
is doing
cool.
a good job there. Yeah.
Cool.
So there's another task on testing that GitLab help us to run automated tests. There are some disadvantages here because we cannot run automation real test, but we can run test-driven development tests. So TDD is acceptable. I mean, if you are running Ruby on Rails project, for example, you will be able to run the RSpecs code. If you are using Python, you will run the unit testing code with GitLab automatically. So every time you create a pull request, it will run the test, it will run everything, and you don't have to worry about anything. If the test failed, you won't be able to merge the code. Also, we can integrate some tools, some free tools to check code quality, like Rubocop. So we can go ahead and highlight if there are some code leaks, if the code is not matching the style guide for them, like in Python or Ruby, you are not declaring the variables well, you will be triggered or you won't be able again to merge the specific pull request. So GitLab allows you to do that as well in all the new code. Also, you can run some static application security testing, which is on the surface. There's no deep testing on security here, but they are just trying with this, and they are trying to make it possible, like SQL injections. They are not deeper testing, but they are good. There are another features or Auto DevOps tools related to Docker, related to building the images. That is dependency scanning, license management, and container scanning. To check if everything is ready, if all the libraries are there, if the licenses we are handling are okay, and if nothing will fail right in production. And then we have the good thing here, and the good topic is about the deployment. they help us to deploy automatically again to our servers, to our instance in Google, for example. So Gitlab is doing an excellent job, and they announced like a month ago, they announced the integration with Google Kubernetes Engine, the GKE. They are doing an amazing job on deploying automatically our Docker containers using Kubernetes.
Okay.
So that's amazing, because on the GitLab side, you will be able to manage all the Google. You don't have to enter to Google anymore. You will manage everything from GitLab. Okay?
But that's Docker as running in Google, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You will run the Docker images using Kubernetes to orchestrate. Yeah.
Okay.
And the last one, to close the DevOps cycle, at least partially, is monitoring. So with Prometheus, you can check metrics to check CPU memory status, how your servers or clusters are running in any specific point of time. So that's basically what GitLab is doing on Auto DevOps. I know this sounds unbelievable, maybe, because in the past it was, you had to have a different guys, tools, different pricing models, different SaaS running in your product to have this DevOps up and running. But now with GitLab, you can have DevOps up and running automatically.
Sergio, do you know if GitHub or Bitbucket are doing a similar work in the DevOps?
With Bitbucket, I will lie if I tell you something about Bitbucket. I'm not really into it.
Okay.
But with GitHub, I know, and they have a partnership with Travis CI, I think. Circle CI, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Travis or Circle, they're working closely with GitLab, and they are helping us to close the CI, the continuous integration loop. So we can run some tests, we can check some production status, but they are not as strong as GitLab. So but they covered some good portions, like the testing and like the deployment. So it is good as well.
Will not a surprise if GitHub will announce GitHub CI, for example, with Microsoft Azure.
Maybe. Actually, today I was reading that, I think you remember it, but when GitHub was bought by Microsoft, all the GitHub defenders were talking that GitLab is built on Microsoft Azure, and they said, no, it's the same. Everything is the same because GitLab is using Microsoft. GitHub now is Microsoft. Yeah. So what's the difference in this world? And now today I realized that GitLab moved everything to Google. So they are now running GitLab in Google. So this is a war, almost a war.
maybe an upcoming acquisition.
I don't know. it will be I don't know if amazing, but now GitLab is running 100% on Google.
Yeah.
Their operations are in Google.
Bitbucket is running 100% in Google.
And their partnership is with Google. So I don't know.
Bitbucket is running 100% on Google.
Yeah, Google is huge.
Yeah.
Google is huge. Now imagine, you mentioned the Google acquiring GitLab. I don't know, maybe it sounds possible. You know, if you want to put all the pieces in the puzzle, it sounds like Google maybe is doing a good movement there.
I think both companies are talking about that in that exactly moment.
Yeah, and maybe we can see it from
in the near future.
And we will talk for sure about that.
Yep.
that selling. But continue with Google and GitLab with Kubernetes. it's the integration I mentioned. I know I said a few words about it, but the integration is so amazing. You can handle your Google cluster instances on your GitLab. Mm-hmm. You can create new clusters. You can delete clusters. All of this using code. So your developers will be able to do it with a GML file, for example. Okay. And that's everything you need. And obviously connect your GitLab account with your Google account. Mm-hmm. And that's it. That's it. You can have your Kubernetes management out there without learning how to use Google Cloud, for example, platform. Okay. That's amazing.
Do you know if Amazon is doing something like this integration with GitLab and Google, with I don't know, GitHub or whatever?
I don't know. And the thing here is that GitLab is going to the point. Uh-huh. To the point to Kubernetes. Mm-hmm. Why? Because Google does it natively. Yeah. Google uses Kubernetes natively. Okay? So GitLab, obviously, they are going there. Mm-hmm. The problem with Amazon is that their container registry platform is strong. Don't get me wrong. Amazon is huge and have a huge infrastructure, but they don't have the native Kubernetes integration. Mm-hmm. They handle differently. So if you want to use Kubernetes with Amazon, for example, you have to know a little bit or to go deeper into Kubernetes. Okay. Google help us with that, and I think this is where GitLab got the attention and got the point, mm-hmm. and said, okay, we will go with Kubernetes. Yeah. They are leading the competition between GitHub and Bitbucket and all of these SCMM. They are going a step. They are winning by a step because, from my point of view, they are doing what a DevOps is, and is to make the life easier. And with Kubernetes, we have that opportunity. That's what amazing Kubernetes is. So.
Yeah, maybe
have the difference.
Can go detail about Kubernetes in new features.
Yeah, totally. Kubernetes is something really cool, mm-hmm. and if GitLab is, they are 100% into it. They are working based on Kubernetes integration. So, it's a topic we can.
Do you remember when GitLab lost a lot of data from users?
No.
Yeah, she did that.
Okay, oh man. Okay.
I will share maybe in a
link in the description or something like that.
Maybe we can put a link in the description.
That's cool. Well,
wasn't cool. Was scary.
Every rose has its thorns, right? So okay, that's fine.
Who can use it, Sergio?
Everyone who wants to start building amazing stuff. Actually, GitLab provides $500 of credit in Google Cloud Platform. Okay. So, as I said, they are working closely together. I don't know. Yeah. I'm now creating theories here, but yeah, they provide a $500 credit, so you can play around like 3 months, 4 months with that amount of money.
Well, it depends.
Yeah. If you want to run at the lowest server, you can stretch it out, the money.
Yeah, 4 or 5 months for free. Yeah.
Yep. But $500 is something to realize if Google and GitLab is something for you. Mm-hmm. I mean, if it is the right tool for your project, because this is not the final tool or the best tool out there. GitHub has some other cool stuff, but I think we can give it a shot, mm-hmm. if we want to test or to see how a platform can help us with the DevOps environment. Okay. So who can use it? Everyone. I mean, it's free for the common use. It's free. You will be able to integrate the cluster for free. You don't have to pay anything else. Yeah. And the good thing here is that you can create private repositories for free. Unlimited.
Okay.
So there you go. There is no. There is no.
It's not a chance to lose, right?
Yeah, and there are no loss of money because you can test with your free money in Google, and you can test for free for everything for forever.
It's a good start
in
point
GitLab.
for startups.
I think this is a good start because they are providing us that opportunity to test them and to know if it is the good thing for us.
Yeah.
If they are able to handle our application, if they are able to accomplish our goal. So everyone can use it. And okay, do you have anything else?
Yeah, Sergio, I mean, if we already have my project running on GitHub or Bitbucket, what I need to do in order to use Gitlab CI?
Okay, first you have to call us.
Okay.
Okay. It's
a good answer.
Well, the implementation, as always, is technical, because you it's not manual, but it's easier. So you don't have to get a infrastructure guy. With your current development team, it's okay to start doing it, and the integration is easy. It's just to create.
Takes more than a week.
Oh no, less.
Okay.
Less to start, right?
Okay.
To maintain and to create some different stuff, it's a long process.
Okay.
It's not. I mean, at some point I can say that it's endless, because you will change some things and you will add new tests and all the DevOps cycle that we already talked before. It's endless. So we can say that integration is endless, but the starting point is easier. It's easier for a good team that knows about how to create a GML file.
Yeah.
You know, there are people maybe that doesn't know how to create a GML file. Then that's it. You have to create a GML file and upload it to GitLab and to have some drag and drop, let's say, things on your GitLab account connected to Google, and that's it.
Yeah.
And there you go. You have your cluster, you have your application up and running, and in Google, you only have to go and add the domain, basically.
Okay.
So that's something that I want to argue everyone to go and give it a shot. And as always, if you need guidance, we have the right talent here to implement this CI integration. We have used it in the different projects we have, and also our internal project. So it's really amazing. The first time I remember that I did some integration with GitLab and Google, I was like, oh no, this is happening really? How I have my product or my project up and running there in 5 hours, let's say, with the Google account opening and GitLab account opening and the integration, and that's it. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Cool. Perfect. Sergio, do you want to share any more information with us?
No, I think at this moment the next step is to start doing amazing stuff with this approach we send it. So there you go. Google for free and GitLab for free, at least at some months.
Right.
So
I always say, guys, if you don't know if that technology if that stack is for you, ask your developers.
Yeah.
Ask your team.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you don't have a team, call us.
Yeah, totally. We have teams up ready to start with this amazing stuff.
Hey guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being there. And remember, subscribe on iTunes. Remember, subscribe on iBox or TuneIn or wherever your platform favorite is. And that's it.
You said it, Alan. Bye.
Bye-bye.
You can subscribe from the podcast tapped on your device so you can listen to the latest episodes. Don't forget to rate us. That helps us reach out to more people. If you want to get the best out of your business, feel free to contact us at 4geeks.io/contact.